Well, howdy friends, Brian Flechsig of Mad River Outfitters in the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools, and it is early May 2021, and we have talked star Mad River Outfitters Ohio Fly Fishing Guides river guide Katie Johnstone into floating us down the Mad River, which is our shop's namesake, of course, one of my favorite places in the world to fish, a spring creek here in Ohio. We've just done some river sampling. We were kind of looking for some late season Hendricksons. Not sure if we'll see those, but we sampled up the river. It gave us some good ideas of what to fish. Always an enjoyable day fishing with Katie, so follow along. Let's float the river. So Katie and I have done a couple of different samples from a couple of different pieces of water here this morning before we start our float, and it's really always a good idea. Of course, I don't do it every time that I go fishing, but you know, at least a couple of times a year to give you an idea of what bugs are prevalent when. And you know, because of doing this, we found a ton of March brown nymphs. So quite frankly, I'm going to put on a big soft tackle pheasant tail jig. And then should be enough Hendricksons still around that I'm going to fish a trailing emerger off the end there. Of course, crane fly larva, no big secret, that's almost always on the end of my line, especially here on the Mad River in Ohio. And a variety of other bugs. We can see that the mayflies, about 8 or 9 different species of mayflies that we'll be looking to hatch over the next 2 months. Lots of caddis larvae too, lots of caddis larvae, lots of midges, of course. Just a variety of food. The food source in this river is just absolutely amazing, but the river can always tell you what to fish. Wear these? Can I wear these? Yeah. No, I'm not going to wear these. I'm fishing. Why would I wear them? So Katie, even though we didn't find a lot of Hendrickson nymphs left, it doesn't mean they're not here. It's only May 1st. We should see some stragglers, but you know what I've found is the fish have been keyed in on eating them for a couple, 3 weeks now, and especially with this bright sunshine. Hendricksons love sunshine. Literally, I've seen the hatch come off. The bugs will be going good, and the sun goes behind a cloud and they stop. And then the sun comes back out and they go again. So I'm gonna start off, especially as we're floating down through just kind of some of these flatter areas, I'm gonna start off throwing the dry anyways. And we'll see what we can pull up. Hopefully we find a few rising fish. If not, there goes a couple of fish. If not, we'll throw some nymphs and when we get down to these holes, and of course throw the crane flies. So. Little guy chased it. Okay, y'all know what a big fan of soft tackled flies I am. There isn't hardly a day that I'm on a trout stream and I'm not fishing soft tackles. In fact, I've got this cool new fly box. My first time out with it, I'm pretty happy with it. But it's from the Tandem Fly Company. And it allows me to hold, a lot of times what I'm doing these days, just a go-to rig, and it really should be for you too. I'm fishing some sort of jig nymph, which mine are getting a little depleted here, but like a soft tackle trophy nymph, soft tackle pheasant tail. I've got some soft tackle peacock curl, some soft tackle caddis larva, and that'll be my point fly. And then I run an unweighted soft tackle off the backside. And so this is a cool little box. I really haven't used it, but I'm sure before this day is finished, I'll have some rigs on here, but this little leaf allows me to store those. I could even pre-rig some, and I do that when I'm guiding, where I'll have the nymph and the soft tackle already tied together and then wrapped around this leaf. But this is a really comfortable, cool little box. But today, we did some sampling earlier in the day and just found tons and tons of crane fly larvae. So I'm gonna leave on this BC crane fly larva, and then I'm gonna grab a peacock soft tackle for starters, and then I'm simply gonna tie that on a piece of tippet. I'll usually go 5X. If I'm on 4X to the first fly, I'll usually go 5X to the second fly, and I'll usually go about, I don't know, 15, 16 inches. I don't usually measure, and I'm literally gonna tie a clinch knot to the bend of my point fly. Again, usually some sort of bead head or a weighted fly. I'm using my standard nymph leader, which I've shown you before. Usually 3 foot of amnesia, 20-pound amnesia, and then I run 2 transition sections to a tippet ring and then down to tippet off of that tippet ring. And I'll just tie a clinch knot to the bend of the hook to my point fly, again in this case a crane fly. And then here is the top secret ingredient coming right at you. And frog's fanny is theoretically a fly floatant or a fly dryer. I don't love it. It's not my favorite dry fly floatant. I think there's others, at least others that I use. I know some people do like it. But I am gonna coat this soft tackle almost incessantly with this frog's fanny. And it has a little applicator brush. I'm gonna liberally coat that powder onto this fly, and that does several things. My crane fly or my point fly, again, a lot of times jig flies, it'll be bouncing on the bottom. And this, because of the frog's fanny, is gonna be riding up in the water column, looking like an emerger, of course a soft tackle, fluttering, legs flailing all over the place. And it's also gonna it puts this little sheen of air bubbles around the fly that just flat out gets the fish's attention.
She's got a heart full of sunshine, standing on your doorstep, black bow tie, your red dress burning, sweat dripping down my spine.
Nothing big, small slab of butter. Buddy did, of course, eat the soft tackle. And a lot of times if you hold these fish upside down, make sure to wet your hands first so you don't hurt them. Hold them upside down, they'll typically behave for you. Of course, our boat is 30 yards upstream, that's where the net is. But not a problem, manageable fish.
Man, this one's got some fight.
Your shape's so perfect, yeah, you got me like
There he is. All right. Trophy nymph for the win.
If I had to pick one fly to fish for trout the rest of my life, well, I don't want to do that. But if I had to pick one, it would be a green soft tackle. I'd really rather pick 2, and I'd rather fish a San Juan worm with a green soft tackle behind it. Hands down. I'm sure that I could catch fish anywhere in the world. And of course, it takes that special ingredient, the frog's fanny. You coat that guy up really well. And I do this incessantly. Some folks may not have the patience to, every 4 or 5 drifts, I pull that soft tackle out and coat it with the frog's fanny. And you'll be amazed at how many times the fish eat on that first couple of casts when you first put that on. So let me walk down into the meat of this hole and see if they want something a little bit different. I may have to put on a little bit of split shot, This jig nymph is not nearly as heavy as that crane fly larva was, but we'll see what happens.
Everything is going my way. Everything is going my way. Everything is going my way. Good times are here to stay.
Yeah, he's maybe a little bigger than those other ones, but that's a decent. I would not call it a slab of butter, but a mere stick of butter. We'll hold him upside down. There's maybe our new slogan, upside down butter. Upside down butter cake. I mean, small fish on a soft tackle. Yeah. It's crazy. They almost always, when I'm fishing these 2 fly rigs, I mean, I like to have the point fly on there. It's going to be most of my weight. I may add split shot. I added split shot at that last hole up there, and then it's pretty much right for here. And occasionally, especially when I'm fishing the crane fly larva or San Juan worm, occasionally I'll catch a fish on the point fly, on the heavy fly. But I'm telling you what, the soft hackle with the magic dust on it, it's just a deadly rig. I mean, I know it's simple, I know it's basic. You know, some folks where I'm not necessarily matching the hatch per se, but it's one of the oldest flies known to man, and it's one of the most successful flies known to man. Okay, not a target species, but all fish love soft hackles. Oh, like hot buttered lightning. Just on it's small lightning. Just enough to singe.
Oh, that's a good one. Some good color.
Nice.
Alrighty. Nice job.
Well, Katie, thanks for a great day. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you for having me out.
Good to spend time on the water with you. And
Absolutely.
although we didn't see our dry flies that we were shooting for, heck, it's the 1st of May, and what do we saw? Maybe 8 or 10 rises. That's it. So that was kind of disappointing. But we switched to nymphs and soft hackles. Of course, the legendary trophy nymph. I had a few takes on the crane fly larva, and then we were dragging soft hackles with the frogs fanny. Can't beat it, although you
Trophy nymph took that one.
Yeah, you showed me up on that one. So, but no, just an enjoyable day to be out on the water, and you know, great to spend time with you. And I just enjoyed being in the front of the boat.
Right. Change of pace.
It's been a long, long time since I've been in the front of the boat on the Mad River. Maybe 25 or 30 years since I've been in the front of the boat. So that was fun. So
Yeah, it was fun rowing you down, and pretty cool. You know, I started fly fishing not too long ago and was watching your YouTube videos, and here I am getting the chance to row you down the Mad River.
Well, I think you
cool.
learned some stuff today too.
I did, yes, I did.
That part to me, being a guide, you've got to love teaching, and there was a couple things we did today, like bringing your cast, winding up even on your roll cast, and it made a huge difference in your cast. So I just love helping people. I know you do too, which is why that you're already a good guide, and I think you're going to be a great guide moving forward. So just really happy to have you on staff, and great to spend a day on the water, and let's do it again soon.
Absolutely.
All right. You know, believe it or not, but looking in spider webs, it's a really great way to see what's been hatching and I'm seeing a lot of small stuff. I'm seeing some betas, I'm seeing some midges, I'm seeing a couple of true blue-wing olives. Yeah, spider webs are a great way. And it's cool for me. Everybody knows Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, so this is kind of cool. Well, there you have it, friends. Another beautiful day on the water here in the great state of Ohio. We caught a few little sticks of butter and had a lot of fun. And I tell you what, Katie is really great to spend a day with. You can go to OhioFlyFishingGuides.com. You can go to MadRiverOutfitters.com. You can go to OhioWomenOnTheFly.com and learn a lot more about Katie and what she does. Is there such a website? There is. Okay, good. There is such a website. I thought I just kind of made that up. But OhioWomenOnTheFly.com, and you can learn all about Katie and what she does. And if you'd like to spend a day with her on the water, you can learn about that at OhioFlyFishingGuides.com. So as always, friends, thanks for watching. We always appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, actually smash that like button, and stay tuned because we've got a lot more coming at you.
Check out these videos.
Oh yeah, check out these videos.
Hold it.
If you like this video, hit subscribe. It helps out a lot. And check out these videos. We think you might like them too.